Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bosnia, in which, if you saw the previous episode, we were fresh off on a victory against the Byzantine Empire. Yes, we fought against Byzantium and won, even though we had allies, which happened under the reign of my mother, Queen Jelena of Bosnia, the first Queen of Bosnia, in which, mind you, that golden wreath that she wore is not the official crown of Bosnia. No, she wore that as kind of like in the sense of, well, it would look good on the Bosnian coins that are minted with her portraits on it, don't you think? But anyways, this is our new king, King Nikola Jelenic Teselovic. Jelenic means son of Jelena, son of Queen Jelena, the founder of the Kingdom of Bosnia. And now, Nikola is the first king of Bosnia, officially. Unlike the past predecessors, does not have the intelligence, but he has the strength. He has a strong physique. And once you could get a good look at him, you could see it all here. I mean, it may not look like much, but if you were to ever see him shirtless, I'm sure you'll see a lot more muscle mass due to the high prowess skill. And by the way, here's a couple of updates from the mods that I use. And as I say mods, I'm not using just one mod. I added, 3 more mods for this series. I just became impatient and I thought, oh, this will be a good addition for this series based on where we are now. So, as you can see, the accessories here, as part of the Community Flavor Pack, which today's recording's on December 22nd, in which, well, they added more clothing for the Latin cultures, Italians in particular. It's the reason why they include eyeglasses, wooden eyeglasses, and also Slavic earrings, even though you can't really see much through the crown wears. You can also wear a head bandage, an eye patch, and a face mask, or even blindfolded. These are just accessories. Also more, like there's the typical royal cloak, and since Bosnians use the Mediterranean graphical culture, that they have the Byzantine related clothing. That's the reason why all this stuff here is Byzantine related. Yeah, that's for Vikings and for Normans back there. And also they add more different headwear. If I can recognize a few. Oh yes, Latin clothing. See? Including the famous Iron Crown of Lombardy. And yes, even the ducal horn. In other words, the Serene Doge of Venice looks like this. Oh, excuse me. Have a look. Even though we can't get a further good look at it. Actually, yes you do. Now you get a good look at him. See? Now he looks like your average Doge of Venice. With the addition of the Latin clothing. Anyways, and speaking of hats and clothes and whatnot, did they add more clothes for the Latins? Well, there's the Venetian Doge robe, which would have looked a lot fancier if I was a rich man. Well, depending on what you mean by rich. And also armor for the Normans. And yes, you can even wear religious clothes as well now in this current update. This is what our Archbishop of the Christian faith wears, even though it's the same for all the other archbishops. And yes, that includes, the African faiths, the Satru, the Indian faiths, even Zoroastrians as well. Jews. Priestly robe, which looks very odd. I don't know what religion it's supposed to be. That wears that kind. I assume Boone. I'm also wondering, what is that crown to be exact? Well, let me see. It's Byzantine related. Oh, the Circo-Norman helmets. Added that too, along with the Latins. This is the crown that I'm wearing by default, the Crown of Constance. Rather than a Hungarian or crown or circlet or whatnot. Or even a Slavic crown, but I believe Polish people, Czechs, Russians, they wear that kind. We South Slavs do not. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it all at default, knowing that as the episode goes on here. And it seems she wears a similar crown than I. I guess that's normal for the for this area that we live in. That's part of the Bosnian culture, South Slavic, Byzantine, in those areas in general. Anyways, I mentioned about three more mods that I've added right in the middle of the Bosnian series. And these mods I've added are Viet Events, a flavored immersion event mod. Viet, like Vietnam, Viet stands for various immersive events and tales. Apparently they've been around since Crusader Kings 2, and I really missed out on that. Because they add and this is for now, 350 plus events of your average day-to-day life of what goes on in the medieval era for characters like these. So I just need a little bit more variety of events. That has little to no consequence. And then little would be an understatement, based on the preview images I saw. I also added sword training, where the wards, especially if you're a character with high martial or a guardian who has high prowess, I should say, that can train this character to have a little bit of that and may get this trait, Inspiring Blade Master. Not going to get Legendary Blade Master at the age 16. Don't even think of that. And also, for the set prowess, Immersive Duel. Hey, everybody, do you remember dueling in Crusader Kings 2, where you could just challenge somebody to a duel, or you, as a character, get involved into a duel rather than just lead an army, and if you got high enough prowess where you are take a less of a chance to get wounded in battle or even maimed by a knight or somebody else? Well, I thought, well, we got a robust character and a man with high prowess. What's good of a high prowess if you're not going to use it for anything? So, immersive duel. So now they add duel events for this mod. So remember, the mods I currently use: Community Flavor Pack, Viet Events, Sword Training, and Immersive Duel. Remember those names if you're interested in downloading those mods for yourself from the Steam workshop of Crusader Kings 3. Now, anyways, back to Bosnia. King Nikola. What do we know about him? He has a martial education, an aspiring blade master. He's gone for the gallant route for most of his adult life that he was served in front lines, and he's already a romancing kind of guy. And spouse opinion up, and skills from spouse consort task increased. So I'll focus a little more on chivalry, so we can get in 3 years' time, which doesn't sound like much because he doesn't have the intelligence like those that came before. In 3 years, I'll get this. 6 years, 9 years, 12 years. So by the time he's 44, unless events happen, he will become gallant. That's what he's going to be. Unlike those people who once ruled the Banat of Bosnia, which I don't think any of them were ever gallant. No, not him. Neither was Stana, nor Natasha, nor Jelena. They were more strategists, but he's less of a strategist and more of a gallant man, as, well, he's a veteran. He has a good track record in a few wars he's fought as a knight of Bosnia during the days of the Banat of Bosnia. as well as the Bosnian War of Independence against Croatia. And also subsequently fighting against the Byzantine Empire to take Dubrovnik, Ragusa, which is a holy site to the Krstjani faith. And I found out recently, I looked this up again. I mean, we'll start moving in a moment. I just want to tell you one more thing, then we'll finally get this series moving again. We understand the significance of Rome and Jerusalem because, you know, it's what Christian faiths are for. What is the significance for the holy site of Visoki, which, you know, is minus 50 hostile county conversions? We all know that Visoki is the heart of rural Bosnia, and so of the Krstjani faith. Ragusa, down to our south, which adds +1 diplomacy for all of its adherents. It is the seat of the Archbishop of Ragusa, a diocese under which the Bishopric of Bosnia fell, and whose political support allowed them to stay largely independent of Rome. And further up north, there's Esztergom, which if we were to ever get that, which, good luck with that, it's just +10 popular opinion. Makes peasants and people of the county like you more. The Hungarian capital for their conversion to Christianity, as one of the primary powers that persecuted the Bosnian church in later centuries, controlling it gives some popular authority to the faith. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your significance of the Krstjani holy sites as we Bosnians, and which, by the way, I found out a antiquated medieval name for the Bosnian people that we know of today, or Bosniak to be more specific, since, you know, the term Bosnian also applies to Croats and Serbs and others that live in Bosnia. Basically anybody with a citizenship around here. The old name for the Bosnians of medieval times were Bosjani. Not Bosnian, Bosjani. Not Bosanski, Bosjani. There's an accent on the S. Alright, now. You can go hunt, feast, pilgrimage, nights. This is literally day 1 for Nikola. We got an empty council position, which we were in the middle of finishing the conversion for the county of Ragusa to Bosnian. Oh dear. She's 81, but poor, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Not yet, at least. Yeah, I did your duchy, because I hold Zahumia. In other words, he's going to want that. But he could be a potential troublemaker, so I'm just going to let you have this job. Just finish what we started. And since you're not going to be around much, no. Gee, look at you. You're so old you're actually wearing eyeglasses to go along with your helmet. Get a good look at her. Well, she has learned all there is to learn in this life. How long has she been? Really? She's been ruling since 996. And you know who was around in 996 in the Banat of Bosnia? 996. That was when Stana was around. Rest has seen it all. And of course, the first person I gotta sway or challenge to it. Why on earth? Better swordsman. Oh, because he doesn't like me. No, don't do that. Yes, you could challenge characters to duels. You may have noticed that by now when I explained that mod earlier. Don't do that. I mean, a man is 51, and plus he's good skilled. So I kind of need him. Hey, are you the physician? Okay, for starters, you're going to be the physician. And he'll start endorsing me right away. Better be that way. And since I'm 32 and I have no children, I'm going to seduce you, despite the fact that Nikola is a homosexual. But will not become lovers, but can at least give me a chance to lay with her just once in order to get a child out. And she already likes me well enough, so hopefully we'll get some strong, intelligent children before I cast my vote on somebody. And since we got all this money, let's do it. Hunting and feasting on the first year of Nikola. Again, day one, wait for the month to pass to register. It's not going to revolt. Bounding through the hills, I'm gaining on a flighty heart that I've been chasing for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear my vassal band Goislava cry out in pain. She has fallen and now she's clutching at her leg. Oh, by the way, she's the band of Dubrovnik. Kind of want her to be happy with me. No, I will tend to her. Yes, she's the band of Dubrovnik. I forgot to address it. Okay, now that we're head guys. Okay, real quick. When we took over Ragusa, this is one of the few duchies of the world, or Banates, if you want to be specific with the Bosnian culture here. It's a one-county duchy, so to speak. And also, she was originally the mayor of Ston. Then I gave her Ragusa, Dubrovnik itself, and then damn it! Oh, then since she was a mayor, and therefore technically is a republic. No, we did not create the Republic of Ragusa. I would love to do that. Because I once did a Ragusa playthrough back in CK2. Anyways. Republics, based on what I've read, they actually give out less levies, but more taxes. Slightly more tax than whatever you adjust with. And since it's a republic, I can't change the feudal contract. So yes, we inadvertently create a Republic of Ragusa, but not a full-fledged merchant republic. Well, we needed that just for get more taxes out of it. Now it's time for a feast. A Greek hunter. A strong Greek hunter. Come on in, I'm sure you pay a hefty price. I remember what I was supposed to be doing instead of throwing a hunt and a feast. You know what I was supposed to do? Yes, that includes the man of Persian descent. Persian Bosnia. I remember what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to save up the money to build... Oh, no, we already did that. Again, it's been a while. Yes, we're building a grand cathedral. A second grand cathedral for the Krstjani faith. Which will provide more taxes to her. And when she makes more money, some of that money is going to go to me. That's the reason why we created the Republic of Ragusa. Or Dubrovačka Republika. Such a joy to see my sister and friend Petra. Once again we eat, drink, sing together. As if no time has passed since our last. We could have been dying in a barn, but it's still one of the greatest feasts I've ever been to. I would like to be without Petra, which I believe she's my only friend, or best friend. Now what the hell am I supposed to do with that money again? What Tsar's ordinary feast became exceptional thanks to the presence of Count Shahid. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem a lot in common. Had such a good time with it. What a good evening. Not my friend yet. I guess they're eating very merrily. Mayor Nika approaches Nikolina. Me at the great table. This is a marvelous feast, all comments to the host. She likes me well enough. Yes, I've done a great job, haven't I? Don't lower the opinion too much. Feast was a success. Guess it doesn't hurt to go on a pilgrimage. Which save up to at least, 500. At the least. Guess I didn't need to seduce her. She liked me well enough. I have an idea for what the son's name is going to be, if it's a son. I've been made aware that Queen Nikolina is very close to her mother, Natasha. Getting her favor might help me catch Nikolina's attention. Yes, my cousin. And my wife, yes, is related to my cousin, so it's slight. There's a chance that my child could be born inbred. Because, mother's a Teslovich, who was married to, a Greek steward, a Fogia. What the hell is she gonna do with that hook? Oh, I'll get Natasha whatever she asks for. Here. She's got a hook on me, which is a strong one, so who knows what she could be asking. The next time we meet, Nikolina offers me a wider smile than usual. My mother, Natasha, told me how you helped her, and I want to offer my thanks. Anything for a mother of Nikolina's. So, yes, I'm married to a half-Greek, half-Bosnian. A Bosnian of Teslovich descent. It's a good thing that we have an elective system, because hate for somebody to vote for an inbred. It's in Greece. Another Greek. It's been a while since I found a really good book to read. A friend recommended this one to me, and said it has the kind of characters and stories I like. I want nothing better than to curl up on my bed and read it. But should I waste my time getting lost in a good book, or should I moderate myself so that I still have time for other duties? One year? 5 years. 5 years. Who needs people when you have stories of imaginary people and places? So, +1 learning. You're kind of gonna need the learning, because learning isn't good, and we're interested. Also, we're missing 2 in order to enter into High Medieval, which started in 1050 in most parts of the world. Well, we have not reached that here in Bosnia. We're falling behind. So I've practiced field surgery and now reading a good book. And I'm a patient man. So, in 7 years' time, we'll get mangonels, which will replace our old siege weapons with these. And we can further increase the size of the regiments once we get that in 9 years' time. And the next thing I would go for is communal government, because the development here in Bosnia can't get any more developed than that, because of, here. reached maximum existing development penalty at 20. Some of the areas, well, some are less developed than others, but here, closer to here, has not reached up to 20. Canine had 20 before we took it over. So it's the best it could provide, so I need more development. And I could care less for this or this, since we hardly ever do dead jaw wars of any kind. And it kind of got me to thinking where to expand. I mean, we Krstjani recognize people of all Christian faiths, no matter the doctrine, as righteous, so holy wars are not a thing to us when against other Christians. If there was more of these, I would definitely fight them. If we can only border with them, then we'll start fighting them. But remember our priorities, and look where we were looking at. Look where we were looking at. What the hell are you saying? We could have a potential expansion to other areas, like Croatia, Russia, and Bulgaria. I mean, they're weak. We're strong militarily. So we need to expand somewhere. Either that or just form your own damn empire. Which you need is Exalted Among Men. The realm size, at least one of these, has to be 120 or more, which I have 13. Oof. Or all of these is the second option, to hold at least 3 kingdoms or more, and the realm size is 80 or more. And we have 13. By 13, you mean, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's realm size in counties. You ain't got nothing better to do. So, if we were to fabricate down somewhere, it has to be a neighboring area. I'd go for them in a year's time. We'll be fighting against Croatia several more times. But we do not have the ability where we could just... which one is it? Yeah, that's not until late medieval for all claims that you could fight in a single war. Let me see. Analytic lackey. Thinks she's in entertainment. Travels to Byzantium. I'm sure you're familiar with that. Alrighty. 95%. It's guaranteed. Even though we're already going to get a child out of it. Didn't need to seduce her, even though she's not going to become my lover because, well, Nikola's sexual orientation. To be fair, his mother was a bisexual. What do you mean, to be fair? Just stop talking, alright? Wait for the child. At first I thought a simple footman, a fool, for stepping onto the training field, although Mihailo seemed no threat at first. It quickly became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes and hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hits the ground. Could use more people like you. Come on in. Need more knights. We already have a good bunch, but I'm about to have more as this lifestyle continues to go on. You know, this civil war, and, you know, we don't have a peace deal. And losing that war badly, with no money. Oh yeah, they're screwed. actually gonna get some payback. I'm surprised they haven't attacked Byzantium right now. Whatever happened to the Caliphate? It's gone. It's been gone for 20 years. Damn. That means they do not have the ability to do jihads, even though that's not a thing yet. Crusades are, but not this. One would think it's like, we should take advantages of this now, but the problem is, the only claim of that is right in the middle of Greece. Don't need to do that. Would have loved to grab Podgorica, then the rest of Serbia, down Dukla. And sometimes I wish we had a claim on more of Dalmatia. But do not forget the descendants of Tesla which live there. Hellenized Bosnians. But it would be easier to fight against weakened Croatia, and then eventually them for the rest of Croatia. Just do anything to form the Bosnian Empire in the future. Oh my, we got a winner already. I don't care if I have any more sons or daughters. That's who I'm voting for. I mean, I expected her to get robust and intelligent, but I didn't think she'd pick up comely as well. Keep that name. You know who I'm voting for. They won't go for it, but still. And for the Banat of Bosnia, well, I'm thinking about getting rid of the goddamn. Anyways, the servants have all been sent away, and our beds were decorated with seashells. As Queen Nikola enters our chamber, smile attentively and joins him without hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, and lips, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before God, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. Bonds of marriage are enough, and you lay with her. There you go. So yes, Banat of Bosnia and King of Bosnia are two different titles. Because of two feudal electives. Let me befriend this man. Anyways. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It is a dance that is familiar as it is exhausting. To lift my mace, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it would do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. Oh, permanently. Or just... hand me another weapon, I need more of a martial lifestyle. Oh, stumble and injure myself. No longer wounded thanks to the physician. Just gained a little bit of martial lifestyle. And also, in case you didn't notice the first time, people. Yes, the Persian-Bosnian is married to an Adamite. Well, if it's a son, but as long as he has, and this is a requirement, it's like, okay, you got your robust, you got your intelligence, but the comely, any beautifying thing, that's just whatever. It came with it, somehow. Got lucky. It doesn't matter if we get a son who doesn't need to be looking good. As long as he's got robust and intelligent, any less than that, will not be casting my vote on. Anyways, nightly practice. The clanging of mail and the clashing of swords rings in my ears as my knights practice their arms. I study them intently, trying to discern each one's particular strengths and weaknesses. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung to signal the end of the mock melee, the stable doors open and it's time to bring out the mounts. A may get a martial arts offered for this. Today we're going field riding. Mihailo, which Mihailo? Vlatkovic. How many knights named Mihailo are here? Anyways, Mihailo glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. Those could serve as an outline of the enemy armies. I inform my knights, as I expect their battle line, prepare them for the strategy at hand. I could pick up aggressive attacker, as I'm already a reckless man. But just pick up a perk. I should cut off diagonally and lead the knights into the flanks. The storm of hooves around me, the shouts of mounted warriors, their unyielding momentum, riding at their head. It feels as if I'm the head of the force of nature. This, however, is a force I direct. That responds to my every little order that I command as if it was an extension of myself. Charging into the flanks of an imaginary army, my knights never straying from my plan. I know that I bring utter devastation. This is how the rush of victory will feel. Never back down. Less friendly fatal casualties and more of the gods dang it. You said gods again. Not God, but gods. What is... Are these breakaway states? Yes. Even the Armenian principalities had left too. And Cyprus. Too bad it's not anywhere near here. Oh, that's what broke away. Tripoliana. And a few other small places. We assumed that Duke Grigoris was the leader of the Independence faction. And he's the one that brought him into independence. Even Spoleto. These almost nearly Hellenized Bosnians. But they're Orthodox Christian nonetheless. They left too. Best of luck to them. Queen and Spymaster cooperate. Died from his wounds. Person of interest to me. I don't remember pinning him for whatever reason. Today I'm observing Mayor Mehoviv as he trains some of his new levies, but the recruits under his command resemble a disorganized mob more than an army. I lug on as he struggles to gain control of the situation, clearly pushed to his limits. While it's never easy to train new soldiers, he seriously needs to do better than this. Well, he's the mayor of Srebrenica, so teach him what I know about command. I pulled the mayor over to one side of his recruits who attempt to continue their training. The key thing with training new soldiers is instilling discipline, I tell him. Without that, you will be unable to depend on them to follow your orders. After I finish, he thanks him before strolling back in the field where he quickly takes control of the situation. This will make him a better commander, even though I think some of our better commanders are, well, myself, and a few possible knights. Okay, anyways. 1, 2... I swore there was a third Mihailo. There. Oh, no. You got it wrong. Yeah, there's different Mihailos out there. I have prowled through documents, both ancient and less servants of prominence. I have finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of County of Machado. Seeing that Prislav unfortunately insists on being Catholic, I could even argue that you have a claim to the Duchy of Achava by divine right. All of that will be mine. I actually wanted the whole damn duchy. and it will remain part of Bosnia as we plan on expanding into lands that are, well, outside of our realm. And let me tell you the reasons why. We need to expand the Bosnian culture regardless. Like, we could... One would think we would dream of a Bosnian Empire. But if you people recall from the past series with Asturias, where how we nearly got everything Astur-Leonese, as well as reintroducing the Afghan culture to Bactria, or even spread a little bit of the Marathi culture in some areas. That, and playing as high learned rulers, gave us faster technology advances. And look, 51% chance to gain 0.62 progress each month because of average development of Bosnian counties. And yet there's not enough counties to go around here in Bosnia. So we need to expand in order to continue to spread the culture and being exposed by superior cultures like Greeks that are far more advanced than us Bosnians. And anyways, that as well as the average development of the land. So once we get those two in a couple of years' time, then go for communal government before I start focusing on getting some of the things that I would want. Of course, this being the first thing. So maybe perhaps after a few wars I would go for scholarship. What the? You're also the King of Serbia. Oh, they died. An independent realm. That makes our job even easier. But I'd be fighting for the whole duchy, but would that mean I'd just grab one? No, you get it all. And the kingdom title would be no more, then Rashka is next. We take two more of these and have it for ourselves and get Sumadia. Then we can fight against Byzantine Empire in the future for the Jor claim without having to fabricate. Well, there you go. We got a first easy war coming up. So let's do it. I'll take over. My Archbishop Ninoslav's really getting on my nerves. Not a moment goes by when he isn't going on and on about God and His will. Especially loves to tell how the Lord punished those who take pleasure in food and drink. But why would I listen to him when the horned God embraces us? We are flaws and all. What a sad little life he must live. But he's a treacherous villain. That's the reason why he acts like that. He won't know what to believe when I'm done with him, so I don't think I'll try to influence him, but hey, I mean, it's fine to get a little piety, and as long as he stays happy, so I would just say, I think like a pious little pansy will shut him up. As long as he enjoys it, I'm alright. Though the okay, this is one of the battlefield events of the duel. The Battlefield Duel events I mentioned about the mod. So this is the first time that's happened, at least in this series. Through the confusion of battle, I spot Porin, one of my opponent's knights. Should I engage him? Krstjani Serb. But again, it's still a relatively new mod of sorts, so... Attack! Porin and I are in a heated struggle for the control of the space between us. He steps back and lunges. Railing, I'm able to just step out of his reach and knock his sword away. Now it's my chance. Because of my high prowess, I'll attempt a Master Strike, which 100% hurt. It's over. My prowess with the blade is too much for Porin to stop. I go left, feint, and put my might into the swing at his head, ending the fight before it even began. Porin tries his best to deflect my attack, but he falls. My blade strikes him. He collapses before me dead. Victory. I killed him. I believe that's my first kill. Slain in the duel. It says it right here. Captured the kinsman, the Duke himself, and Kulin, Knight of Serbia. You're not going to be running this place anymore, so I'll ransom you out of here. You know you are a fellow Teslovich, but do not worry, there will be a Teslovich in that duchy again. It's just we wanted the land. In fact, he'll probably have it back. Robust and intelligent, but not as pleasant to look at compared to the other, but dream. Do we have a siege expert around here? No. Keep at it then. Also, we have to take Ujitset too, the other barony. Oh, I haven't done this in a long time. I know what I'm going to do next. I haven't done this since the Indian series. Teshimir and Radogost, I'm sending you two on a mission. Take them out. The best Bosnianite out of all of us, you. He and his partner will take them all out. Again, used to do this in the old Indian series. Took out the levies. We captured their guy. That's what happened exactly. Capture this ugly bastard. Come back here. So support level 3, Ujitsa, same. Obviously, me in Byzantine armor, you could see. Kind of surprised that nobody's ever plotted against me at this time. And in the next war, more knights will be coming. The Savandaras. So we'll take this whole area. Kingdom of Serbia will be gone, then, well, get a head start. Fabricate Duraska. See if we can get the whole title again. And then we'll turn our attention to finish what's left of Croatia, which it'll come into the Kingdom of Bosnia. Any remaining duchies, banates will be coming to Bosnia. gets the Chava County, then the whole duchy of it, then the barony, that would mean Belgrade too. So, okay. Hey, sorry about this, okay? Fabricated your claim and everything, so... We know you are Tezelovich, but... My apologies. You'll have, the county and the banning. Sorry that we wounded you in action. It's just to get you in. Plus, does this count as a... Again, the only other duchies other than... Them and, them. That's what they mean by count by, but not from within ours. They do not count. And speaking of count... Phrygia. Yes, Bosnians in Phrygia, which they're Hellenized right now, but still. So our Bosnian expansionism has truly begun now. Feast to Banja Luka. You know, I don't have any stress right now, but I appreciate that, thank you. Gee, you know what I would love to have? Pagania. And Donja Kraj, because I can hold 2 more counties for myself. I mean, I don't want to hold any of these newly conquered lands that we're going to be getting in the future. But I would love to have for all this again. Wish I could imprison you right now. Or even, revoke the title off of you just for Pagania. It says 100%, but don't do that right now. There's plenty of other vassals that don't like me in particular. It could change. Autonomy. Oh, so what's your... Oh, I was about to look up your contract. I have ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times I thought nothing could upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down the practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, the momentum keeps me pinned, so the back of the horse starts shaking. Then as if time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Calm down, boy, calm down. I can feel myself being thrown left and right, but no motion can make me loosen my grip on the reins and the saddle. My command eventually soothed the horse, and the animal soon back stomping eagerly on the hard-packed ground, as stable as ever. I will take personal care to train this one. Admiring the mare that now follows my every command, I muse upon what to call her. Okay, it's a female horse, but I said calm down, boys. And I guess I didn't look at the horse's genitalia, so I found out it's like, oh, it's a mare. Okay, not a foal. Let's see the mythology parts. Again, I know those names. History. Okay, mythology, how about, Ballis, one of Achilles' own. Because, you know, the traits of arrogant and brave, but I don't know what the third trait would be, describing Achilles of the Trojan epic cycle would describe it perfectly. Probably wrathful, because some say that Achilles was a hot-headed fool who fought only for himself, which, yes, he was brave and arrogant, yeah. Nikola could be the Bosnian Achilles, but don't jinx it, because you may never know there's a weak spot on him somewhere. Looking at any of you. Sweaty, tired, and in need of food. A long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As I search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Puffing my chest, I declare, that is where we'll make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Let us venture inside. I'm sure there's treasure to be found. Darkness, dampness, and desolation reign inside the castle. All traces of life are gone. Hurry up the decaying stairs, I spot what might be the remnants of lush tapestries, old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps of the ceiling, darkness reaching far down in the ground underneath the castle. We search the upper floors. We find a great treasure, 600 gold. I could use that for a pilgrimage right now. That's what I've been saving up my money for. To Jerusalem. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under the protection of God. My destination lies far from home. In service to heaven, even my own realm must wait. Time to depart. Starting on 4th of July. What's your feudal contract? I never got a good look at you. Based on who messed with what. So you pay high taxes to me. Feudal levies is normal. Council rights are guaranteed. Oh no. He's not good at anything, so may take that off unless I had a hook on him. I would do that. And since he's a fellow Catholic, oh, right, because Serbia and Bosnia, you do have coinage rights, which I can't do that. That would mess with my development growth. Okay, that's, plus, I don't think you pay that much taxes to me, since it's a 2-county duchy, so... How's this for a trade? Except it's been changed before. Even when on pilgrimage, the priests still hold Mass every Sunday. It's held out in the open when no church is nearby. But early this morning, the storm rolled in and has not ceased. Undeterred, a zealous ghost is standing out in the pouring rain, giving a sermon about perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite this, the size of the audience is rapidly swelling as discouraged adherents seek refuge from the torrential rain. Okay. What is a little rain to a faithful Christian? No, faithful. At least the clergy will look highly upon me. Passing the campfire, heard one of my fellow travelers telling a story. Once heard about some king. To the raucous laughter, they all fall silent when I approach, except for the storyteller. Ah, don't worry, my lord. You're nothing like this chosen story. It's about some king in a faraway place called Bosnia. Hey, guards, fetch my whip. You don't talk about me. Alexandros Tezlovich. Because he's a bastard, right? Yes, a Hellenized Tezlovich. Named Alexandros serves as a knight. We are at Jerusalem. Got the pilgrim trait. And Holy Order, higher cost reduced. If we ever get involved in a holy war of sorts. Well, at least you're a good chancellor yourself. Oh, just for a Rushka? Okay. Then get this one too. And then after that, then Shumandia. I mean, Bulgaria's a weakened state. Grand Principality of Moldavia? Oh no. Evil. Evil pagans. Touring the backwaters. I rub my throbbing temples as a functionary reads me a dozen communique from Zavrishia this year. Several important advice has seen my control wane in recent months. A small tour of these remote lands, development 16 compared to 17 here, which isn't much of a backwater country, as is my God-given duty. I could place them a little more firmly under my thumb. On the other hand, my new Chancellor, Ban Prislav, has invited me to a private feast. What do these mayors think of me? All indifferent, so I am obligated to go to that party. Yeah, sorry that we took your money. In advance. Thought I educated myself. Since I only got 2 daughters and no sons, so that could be problematic. Especially for the voting. Although, in that case, how much is it to remove the, Oh, that's not much. Get rid of that, succession, but it says male preference, so... That would go to him, but it says male preference. Mentec, it's agnotic cognatic still. Anyways, Balis, Horsted. My brother Prince Ivanish looks Balis up and down, nodding approvingly. It's a mighty fine mare you have here, my king. If you would allow me to take her for a ride, I would be very grateful. Hey, brother, nobody rides him but me. Plus, you did a bad thing. Why are people voting for you is beyond me. So does this mean, like, after removing this thing? It says male preference for whatever reason. Just... Ah, partition. Okay, But the Bosnian, Banet. It's like, yeah, it's still going to him because here in the kingdom, they're voting for him. Yes, voting for him, but over time we'll get him to change. If I can get hooks on people, maybe we'll have to look for intrigue, focus a bit once I'm done with the chivalry. So it wouldn't be too hard. Unless we start looking for secrets. Then the real fun would begin. My goodness, 85 years old and you're still around. Not the best martial in the world, but... And if this faith had equality, or clerical gender to be equal, you would have definitely been of that. Wait, can you imagine? Well, then again, I can't change her clothes because she lives in a different court. She runs the county of Sully, you know? Oh, lover's pucks. You shouldn't be running the country, you sinner. Just give me Paganea, but he's willing because it says refusal is treason. And difference in military exchange, so yes, he fears my military might as well. And this will be an act of tyranny, causing my subjects to lose 20 opinion of me, which some like me, some don't. But what of the realm priest? My archbishop. What does he have to say in all this? He'll still cooperate. I didn't know there's a lunatic agnostic here. Have her executed immediately. Because either by hostile or evil to the faith they must be rid of. Plus it gives me a little bit of dread. And when you have this said dread, well, people should not oppose me. Which makes them more likely to, you know, give it to me. Paganea is where the money is. And gotta get the marshal ready to get control here. No, you don't like me, brother. Don't even try. But I wouldn't worry too much. I'll get them to like me. And sure, some have questioned, you know, what doing what I did, but don't you know that Paganea is where it's the second wealthiest county in Bosnia? And Brother Ivanish now has the Great Pox. This is an enemy I cannot protect him from. He's doing fine, he says. Byzantium's in revolt again. What now? Another claimant war. God, what I would do to fight for Dalmatia now. I mean, the opportunity is ripe, but waiting to get Croatia, then start working on all of this, and then the Dukla, then through Bulgaria. But then again, it tends to vary of where we go from here. But however, we do border with them. Holy war, holy war. Holy war against the Adamite. Yeah. Even though we do not have Adamites in our land yet. But who knows? Also, once you're done fabricating a claim, get this area to be Krstjani. And you shall be Krstjani too. Because that's the standard we do around here. Kinsman. So which means, yes, we can fight for this big piece of land. Oh, in actuality, what does it have? Well, so it's got this. example. It's got everything. And it's better developed. And this is for Temis. Even though it's outside of our real goal to, you know, one would think to form our own empire of South Slavia, Yugoslavia, if you will, because you know because that's my other potential major goal for this series. If we do this, if we're going to be around long enough, even though we can't really do that, even though it says at least one of these, the primary tiles of that. But if we become an empire instead, this will override all of it in actuality. At least that's what I think. Either that or just create your own damn empire of Bosnia. Because I would definitely love to grab what's left of Wallachia. So we have to go through Vidin, Valentia, Transylvanian Alps, Montenegro, and then into Moldavian lands, which are ruled by the Magyars. And they're pagans too, which they are stubbornly, as so, refuse to convert. Whereas their brethren converted to Orthodox Christianity, which they made its way up there, thanks to a series of conversions. Only Finland remains stubbornly pagan. And that's what I have in mind in the future. We could make for a big gain by fighting against them. Yes, even these Adamites want this piece of land, which will leave them alone. Unless we were to tell them to vassalize them if they're not at war, and then we'd be neighbors. I'm not saying we've learned how to tolerate the Adamites because we Krstjani view them as, well, all Christians are all brothers to us. But Christianity would be the ideal faith around at least the entire South Slavia region, but not up here. Unless we're going to be starting to... if you want to create your own empire, just expand how you want to expand. You don't have to go for the South Slavia goal. Why not through Slavonia? Smog it to Visegrad. Or is that Visegrad? Visegrad is an area around here. Yes, that's Visegrad. That's Visegrad. Okay. Anyways, Esztergom. Another Krstjani holy site. So, while we're saving up money to fabricate a claim for this, but you know what? Let's do a holy war. It's for more piety. And it's possible we may fight other subsequent wars. For those who have claimants to the said territories that we're in the middle of fighting over. This will be an easy one. Alternate. No, make for the big gain. Let's get rid of these no-stick baskets. By any means. Kind of like the separate forces like that, but it would take time to see them all this way. It'll be a lot easier to make peace now. Whoa there. Yes, somebody wants this land. Okay, which one? Okay, I'm in command of that army. With me is my brother Ivanish, who doesn't like me. And this one is a Estonian man of all. Yeah, basically the three best commanders, including the Estonian knight, who is a renowned physician. Allegedly. So yeah, Bosnia is no longer content in the old homeland. Chances are even, but if you can get them to be reinforced here, we will hopefully win the damn thing. Let's not get overconfident. I'm the best commander on the field right now. We're fighting in the forest region here. Reinforcements have arrived, so they're overwhelming us. Killed one of their knights. Fort level 6, fort level 4. They're looking to build fortifications in each of these areas. Yeah, we did this on our own. Look it up. And this might will be the last war to use these old siege weapons before we spend that money to replace them. Well, we took a bit of a beating, but it'll do for a time. Well, 4 counties, and that's it for them. I'm sure they probably want to move in on that too. But we're only interested in here. The real enemies don't exist. It's just hostile armies who want the same goal as we do. King or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we're all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke up coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. Well, I'm still in my prime, so do no more when is necessary. Ninoslav called on the ghost, that's guest, to bring forth the finest singer in the court, which turns out to be a young child with a bright tenor voice. For several days in a row, the child sang me to sleep. The soothing voice turned out just what I needed, for now the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seemed a little brighter. Choir boy. That's one. If you're the one with the siege weapons, go up there. We'll watch your back. Bye. Standing over here for resupplies. Oh, God dang it! You're supposed to be good at this, but clearly you need to adjust those glasses. You made the popular opinion lower. And you know what that means with Lord Popular Opinion? That means there's going to be a possible peasant revolt here. In Pagania once again. You know what that area is like down there? Pagania, particularly in the city of Mokro and Nava. Those areas are basically like where, who knows? It's like, yes, it's the wealthiest county, but it's also the roughest, where the people are always fighty. Yep, occupied by Adamite. Unfortunately, the claim's no longer valid. Wasted our time. Is he converted? No, we can declare it again. Actually, no, the land split off. It's under the control of the Adamites now. Yes. Yes, they did. They beat us to it. Oh, you can always fabricate a claim. Also, that means that man is going to, you know, take the dang. You know. Top Legion's culture Croatian. Oh, these guys are Croats. I thought they were Slovaks like everybody else. Though we could still declare war on them, but it's now a bit far off now. There's no one else fighting them. Yeah, after we wasted that money. Perhaps we can improve relations. I mean, he's still at war. It's one of those county claimants. And I'm sure he's involved in a holy war of any kind. Which... Who's fighting a holy war against you? Who's hurting you? That's the question. Oh, yeah, we fought them before, but I didn't think there would be that many. I mean, we've beaten them before, man. I don't know if we can save you this time. We're gonna make damn sure they don't occupy your rest of your land. It's for Arad, so take Arad. This one. See it done. And control this faith to Krstjani, since it's owned by a Krstjani ruler. Don't get captured. We're on our way. And I'll see too if I can get better from the illness before I get to fight other knights. Alright, I'm well again. Now I'm ready to fight. In addition to commanding my own troops. Damn! They're going for the mountains. These are friendly mountains, defensive buildings. It's friendly territory. I get you. I get you. I get you. Spot this man. He's got prowess of 18. A brave and wrathful man. Reels as I thrust my shoulder into him with everything I have. As I regained control, I see he hasn't. Well, I'll attempt a master strike, as I have always been doing. He was one of their best, and I got him. Who else is next? Mayor Cosma and Avar. A giant man. Oh, this will be a challenge. As Mayor Cosma and I are taunting each other and trading blows, the sound of our swords clashing sends a sweet song of steel through the air. As Mayor Cosma blurts an obscenity, for just a heartbeat I see an opening his defense. It's still a good chance, but strike it. He's a dead man too. No surrender. No mercy. Glory's widely known due to the prestige that we've gained in defeating noted individuals, including the Count himself. He'll pay up. Lost a leg, I see. Now let's go help the Adamites to liberate them. Which, by the way, mind if I sway you? Because, we're going to become fast friends. I mean, you're Croatian, of course, so we're related, in a way. You have heirs to the bishoprics? I'll just look it up here. Are they allowed to do that? Secular rules directly control their own temple holdings. I see. But again, they consider us as hostile, but we view them as righteous. Plus, there's very few, if any, Adamites that do live in Bosnia, but not as a majority, but at least one character, such as that Perso-Bosnian man, Shahin, who runs one of these areas, is married to an Adamite. Again, we're swaying him as in a way of saying, hey, I would like to vassalize this land. This is big, great land. I mean, we can't holy war against them, but we could at least try to bring them in. Let's be, friends. And then when you have them as a friend, and then... Aha. I think I know what to do. Two things. Start looking for secrets in one of those counties. You. I'm sure you got secrets. Homosexual. That's easy. He probably has a lover in court. Maybe, maybe not. Look for secrets that relates to the Count. I need a strong hook on him, so I can make them start voting for my daughter. So I don't care what people say. Hold on, you can finish this siege. We're gonna fight against them soon. If we can get there fast enough. Because we can't let them regroup with the others. No, no, no! They're going over there! Rest have finally died of old age at 87. Good long run. Unfortunately, it's my brother. Well, I need the best for faster control gain. At least for a while. Now they're heading into the forest. Running away. He is of our dynasty, but problem is, it's culturally different. But him being August, I guess that's what makes him as such. All they need to do is take that county. Hills. Hills is a little bit better. I got some of them, not all, but it's the main enemy. Anybody want to fight me? Captured Tripimir, the son of the mercenary band. So I assume they pay. And we're gonna go up there and defeat them as well. Apparently, I would like to think that we Krstjani, we view all Christians as righteous. When a Christian finds another Christian in the Holy War, we're allowed to join either side. Which makes it even interesting more for political reasons. But we can further assist the Adamites. I mean, there's only one war against him. And if we were to help him out again, he becomes my friend, then I gotta find a way to vassalize him. This is good land to take, especially on our road towards Osterholm. Running out of supplies here, so gather here. Not running out, it's a little bit undersupplied right now, so stay put in Lipa. Keep watching the Adamite forces. Dissuade them. So we do, even though the Adamites are a strange bunch, but we consider them, as well as all other Christians, to be our brothers. That's how we Krstjani view these things, thanks to the pastoral isolation. So that makes it interesting for political reasons. We've won that war, made a great comeback. Marco has passed away, can no longer be swayed, and so therefore the realms have been split to, I assume, more Adamites? Is Philip an Adamite? Yes. And again, he's wearing clothes because he hasn't reached the adult age of 16. A noteworthy dynasty. Do you come from a long descent of... Oh, they were Vlachs. That's what they were. Of its founder. Okay, there you go. Hey. Oh, they're allied. We're good. Stop right now. Anyone need any help? So here's the reason. Yeah, it's the distance of the realm. That's one thing. Because we're not bordered with them anymore. Well, we do border with them. Thinking about children. Alliance with them. Help them out of this thing. Allied, vassalization. Yeah, I could see that. But do not forget your original goal, Rashka. We can only get them one at a time, unfortunately. But where are you in the conversion book? Just don't forget, we need Sumadia too. Hey, if you're in Holy War, yes, we can join any Christian holy war that is being attacked by someone who is hostile or evil. Yes. That's rather intriguing. But I still got a bone to pick with them. Because, you know, even though it's kind of separate from our land, but if we establish ourselves there, then you could have control of it. And I'm about to be gallant. Nobody's at war with them right now, but we could take it easily. They want more of what's left of Slavonia. With Croatia so weak, I guess we could just finish them off for the rest of the way when we fabricate more claims to that. Yeah, we don't have anything against Croatia. Obviously not my ally, but if a fellow Christian fights another Christian, then we'll choose a side, basically. I think it would be easier just to fight them first, and then get Rashka. Nobody's touching Rashka right now, so... One little quick wall will do. Establish ourselves up there. Hit them all. Tell you what. Actually, that's a lot more land up there. Stick together for a little. What happened to him, by the way? Natural causes. I think you may want to keep that chivalry focus since you're at war right now. You need all that prowess that you need to fight against their knights. So you could be an unstoppable fighting force. Let's just take the objective. Count Kosovo. He's not an heir to anything. Failing to take care of himself. Almost there. Who would most likely be assassinated? Him. Because, you know, we'd rather see the realm be united. And, you know, so this countess gets all the control. So they can actually defend themselves. In a way. And then subsequently, we gotta get them together. I don't usually do this. Guess it's much easier to murder a young man than it is to, you know. Actually, I need your support. This'll do. And wait for events to come up. Let it come naturally. Before I even think about bribery. Unless we have people to ransom. Which I'm sure there is. Except there isn't, unfortunately. But we may have to look into some of the guys with potentially high prowess, if any. No. No good talent. Should look again. Claims. claims. That's what we need. Gets a weak hook on her. And can we use that hook to bring her over here? So we can fight for claimants of, I mean, it's not just one thing, but where's Sinope? Oh, what the? That's way over there. And, okay, that's not what I had in mind. Never mind. Oh, you two joined? Oh, no. Okay, good. Good to know. Knowing how soldiers act around each other, noticing how freely information and rumor flows, I am struck by an idea. If some old soldiers were to infiltrate Count Philip's army, they might offer a different insight into his plan. No, it's too much of a risk. Don't gamble on him. Capture the Duke. 5 months. All too easy. It's because he not only took him, but also daughter and heir and all that to him. We could have just ransomed him. Somebody's going to have to control that. Somebody who's not a Tezidal. Well, it would not mean another elective because it's not the digital part of Bosnia, as we're expanding outside of Bosnia. High prowess. Hope you get well from being wounded, because once you landed, it's if he goes for chivalry, that would further increase his prowess, becoming one of the better knights. So it's best to land knights. So you will be governing this area, Nikola. Except you're more into intimidation, so I failed to see the education, so torturer, which would increase your prowess nonetheless. So you're more of a torturer than a chivalrous fighter like I am. Now I'm gonna have to sway her, which again, distant from mine, even though we boarded right now. Okay, there's a drop. And if you need help, we'll be there for you. Don't get any ideas, because we'll not become lovers. Wish I wasn't, you know. But anyways, getting ahead of yourselves. That's what I like to see. While you are more of a... Go for stewardship. I could see that from you. So that's my plan. Get rid of this, get rid of this boy. And then, befriend the Countess. And if she ever gets involved in a conflict, help him out. Because a fellow Christian's got to help another. You see? Even though you can basically choose whichever side of a holy war when it comes to them fighting against those so-called heretics, even though the word heretic doesn't really exist in the Bosnian vocabulary. In the Krstjani vocabulary, in fact. So screw it, just do the old sway and that's that. It's basically our way of saying improving relations. Even though one day this land's going to be independent from us. So let's raise a little bit of money before we go to war against Russia by taking them out one by one. Always a gregarious man, are you? Well, he's a reveler, so he keeps doing that often. Yeah, hell of a strategy. believe my prowess is high enough. So, perhaps I should move away from chivalry. Or just pick up one more perk and get this, because I like the reduced cast a spell I cost. We will soon have an alliance with the Serene Doge of Venice. Venice is our reliable ally. For now. Now we have backup. If need be. Also, by the way, how old is your sister? 21. Okay. You gotta be ashamed of yourself, mother. Farewell, my vassal. Now I'm an eager reveler. I got rid of what little stress I had. Well, you better hurry up before, God dang, better hurry it up before they have a child. Well, they won't have a child by then, because it should go to this realm, and only one realm. So we'd let the Countess form Temis. She can usurp it from him. I think it would be easier if, again, differences in rank, so... Still inferior. Raise at least 200 gold. Philip is ill right now. So, when the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route after Count Philip's castle. Should anything go wrong, a detailed map of the local forest with all 10 pounds of caves would be an invaluable resource. Ask my friend Petra, best friend. One by marriage, Venice. Don't forget about the upcoming peasant revolt. One of my servants has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in his bed before dark. All he needs is my go-ahead and he'll be good as dead the moment the spider strikes. If not for the spiders, Philip. Alrighty, he's dead. By the deadly spiders struck not long before he retired to his chambers. Though guards were called, no one could do a thing to save him. Thankfully, spiders do not talk, so the attack cannot be traced back to me. Tangri? Let me guess, you're an Adamite, right? Yes. And you're an independent realm. If only we were boarded with them, that would be holy war, right here, right now. But I think they'll have to take care of that. Or for her to do that. So it's major difference in our tiers, that's plus. Not the Jovasso, different culture, yes, I know. Unfortunately, that's close to 100%, so that would be very hard to convince unless you have to make it a friend. And you gotta have this other thing, and some other thing, compared to him who doesn't think as much. As Valius trudges out of the stable, dragging her legs and hanging her head, there can be no doubt the mare is sick. The stable master ensures that there is a cure to be found for what ails her. It comes at a hefty price. I kind of need that money because of the let's go war for Vashka, which there's only one holding. I just see it. Okay, you know what? No price is too steep for my beloved Valius. Okay, go to war right now. I don't think it'll be that costly. That was still our original plan. They lost Beirut? Is it really that bad? Stop right here. They're really gonna get together now. Peasant rabbles coming soon, in which we'll have to take care of that too. Oh, is there still Tengri up there? There's no Tengri. And yet, clearly there's one over there. This is going to be the last war we'll be using these old siege weapons, the Ongas, in place of mangonels. And soon we'll, in about 15 months' time, we'll have household soldiers. Communal government exposure. Kind of want that now because I'd like to see Bosnia be more developed. Be right up on the level with the Greeks. Capture the grandson. I'm sure he pays well. You at war with anyone? No? I think it'd be a lot easier to vassalize compared to this one who already has a bit of a higher opinion. No, it's the same. You know, we're both neighbors. Guess we'll get one more area then. And we'll soon have this area converted. And I'll be sure to move the Archbishop to also convert this county. Unless Mihail's already doing that, which I'm sure he is. Not terribly worried. It's only one county. Pagania. This one's going to take a little longer. I'm about to run out of money here. Damn. Okay. You better finish this damn war. Otherwise, I'm gonna be fighting slightly in depth. Because there are disadvantages when fighting in depth. What's the best way to... Oh, forced vassalization better than true ruler. Go for foreign affairs focus. Sure, it's going to reduce my advantage by a bit. Why can't you catch them? Anyways. Oh, I swear, he was possessed by a spirit. He approached me while screaming and speaking in tongues, tried to kill me. The woman cries, "It was an accident. He was trying to hurt me," so I grabbed a knife while thinking, "I am overseeing the trial of a commoner accused of murder." She says the man was... the man she killed was possessed by a spirit. There are no witnesses, but several other commoners did say that this man was strange and would sometimes act in bizarre ways, like as if a ghost possessed him. There had been previous cases where this man attempted to harm others, though never to the point of threatening their lives. Lastly, the woman did not resist arrest and willingly complied with the authorities. If she was in danger, her actions are reasonable. No punishment needed. Giant man, I could tell. Yes. We'll be dealing with that mess soon enough. Tell you what we're gonna do. Once we captured... what happened? It's not much, so... Damn! Even though we just can't take the damn objective. So, tell you what, you go take care of them. Now they're going off. Just take the damn objective. Let's go a bit fast now. You got yourself into this mess. You're the one that started the war early. Well, it's about to be 90% thanks to the perk, so... we will get Rashka. And let's go chase down these peasants here. Also, reduce this size once we enter into friendly territory. Stop! Stop moving. Okay. Actually, I got a better idea, but stay with us. Hang on. Okay. Settle with this. Let's just use all of our knights. Yes, all knights. They could deal with the peasants. They're all levies. They can kill him easily. So I called upon Bosnia's best fighters. Some of which not as good as others, but we need to invite new knights once this is all said and done. They say it's even. Took us 3 months. Yes, we're hungry, but we're hungry for some, you know, for some death. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. But I'm sure we can defeat him. Also, Dynasty Legacy. We want this. That's what I've been saving that up for. Just me and my knights. We're gonna fight them all. The leader has more to the advantage than I do because we're a starving bunch. Then after that, we'll end the episode finally. Yeah, I told you, for situations like these, just use your knights, your large number of knights. Now, for goodness sakes, get it under control. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we're going to close that episode. We hope you enjoyed all this action and whatnot. Even though somebody took Zagreb, as Croatia's in a much weaker state than before. And now we got to deal with Ukraine then. As well as many others, of what other places where Bosnia will expand upon. You know, we need money. And lots of it. But, until then, so long for now.